be grateful. But what have they done for me? And opposites to the table. Yes, light to flip it around on me. I can change the future as the time pass. And press a piece, but still don't acknowledge. I'm the best at jealous of what I have. I don't consent to doubt, I just dallying. No tips on vibe, no not disturb my moving low key, please don't bother me. Then focus on mine, can't entertain my life.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anything Goes TV 817. I'm your host, David.
And I'm Nino.
And that was the great All the Don, his latest hit, Grateful. Make sure everybody go out there and get that hit. All the Don is hot. And shout out to his manager, Clint. They're going to be putting on a concert on our channel. It's an exclusive. Make sure everybody tune in to see it. And shout out to my main man, Luther and Bruce, and everybody else that's listening. And all the ladies that we love, especially Tammy, Brandy, Kennedy, Kiara, and especially Cornell and Amy and Nino.
Justice.
We can't forget you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a caller from the ATL, and it's one of our listeners, and it's my girl Deshawn, and she say her and her girls want to talk about something. She say we always on the women, and we don't never give the men no accountability. So today she want to talk about something that the ladies talk about, and that is swinging, being with someone else. They saying men is afraid to confront that. They're so insecure, they can't accept that a woman would like to be with another woman and a man, and vice versa. So, this is what we're talking about today. We're talking about, would you like to take your partner to a swingers club, and would you and your partner ever think about experiencing polygamy, which is being involved or married to more than one person at the same time? And this is a subject that a lot of people are interested in, especially the ladies. And they say men are afraid to talk about it and confront it because they are very, very insecure. So, let's talk about it then. All right, Nino, what do you think about that? Is that something that you would do with your partner, go to a swingers club and experiment with polygamy?
First of all, I know each and everybody have a little kinkiness in them. I do myself. And first of all, I know that going to a swingers club or polygamy is something missing in the bedroom or a sexual preference. But me personally, no, I wouldn't. Because one of the things that I would not indulge in it with is if you go and get around other people, patriots or whatever, that's highly sexual activity, and say that one night it goes good, but you just looking for that one fling, that one night. So one of the problems I would say first is your feelings might get caught up in it, and just because y'all three had a good time, maybe one want to cut it off, but the other still want to pursue it.
Well, that's one of the things that she said that men is going to say. Then that's the insecurity that she says. They're not secure enough in themselves and confident enough in themselves that after they do it, that everything will be the same. Their feelings wouldn't change, and they would have gotten that experience out of them. They saying that they like more open-mindedness in this. They saying that you can't turn off your feelings for another opposite sex if that's what you have. And that's what she's saying. She's saying that men cannot deal with two women actually liking each other and both women liking a man. So that's what she's saying. She's saying that the two partners would be committed to that one person. And now, to the swinging, she said that the swinging part was going to the club was to introduce her man to that lifestyle and see what he liked to be with someone else and why she with somebody else. What do you think about that, Nino?
Well, on that end, I would say a lot of time going to a swing club or something like that, you want to open up avenues for things you want to try, like nude sexual acts or maybe sexual communication. And my whole part is, you can communicate with me. Because let's break it down. What is sexual communication? Mostly desires, boundaries, or things you want to do. So I'm like, okay, why we can't just, me and my partner, why we can't just connect with that? Why that we just can't come to a conclusion with that?
Well, why should a woman have to turn off her feelings if she have those type of feelings to conform to you, to what you are saying? And that would make the woman do it behind your back. And that's why they are saying that men can't handle that. They saying that a man is jealous. He's envious. He won't be able to deal with the fact that the woman that he likes or loves likes someone else. And that's where the polygamy comes in. That this a part of it, she says. That most of the women, most of her friends, like men also. But they say once the men find out that they like women, they're turned off by it, and then there's no relationship. They have a stigma attached to their name. Now, is it fair that a woman should have to suppress the feelings that she have just to conform to you?
No, she doesn't. But remember, with polygamy, okay, basically, one of the few good signs of polygamy are safety, trust, okay, and good companionship. But my question would be to that woman, she's saying that I'm the one getting feelings and I don't have the trust. How much sure that she won't get caught up, and then maybe if I get with the other woman and then she start thinking, I come with, hey, well, I like to kick it with her again. Maybe to turn on her, then she'll start thinking, well, getting her feelings, well, maybe she won't trust me, because she's saying that men are not trust, but how sure or she is that she can control her feelings, and then she won't be trusting me or trusting the man.
Well, I can almost see a point now that when you bring it up to a man, it's almost making a man defensive. Because now we talk about trust and we throwing out scenarios that hadn't even come into play yet. And that's where they saying the insecurity come in. And because a man is afraid, he's afraid. And so therefore we losing a lot of the women to women because men can't deal with a relationship with two women. And she has a point there. Now, that's one of the things that I would like to talk about. Since we have Nino saying that this is something that he wouldn't do, I'm sure you saying that you wouldn't introduce your partner to swinging or a lifestyle like that with another woman in the relationship.
No.
And vice versa, women, we understand that you may want to have a relationship with two men. But right now, so it goes both ways here. Okay.
No, I wouldn't. Because, okay, now let's look at this too. Me and this woman is in a relationship, okay? We living together. We got to go to work and everything, take care of bills and everything else. That takes a lot of time, consuming. Dealing in polygamy, going to swing club, that takes a lot of time. They'll get outside, okay, now, she might be pursuing that or trying to do that. Now all of a sudden, her job performance at work is slacking. She, all of a sudden, the mind is all over the place. She everywhere. So, no, I still want one. I want my woman for me.
Well, so you're only into one woman at a time then, okay? That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Men cannot accept a woman for who she is, so they have to hide it. They can't be truthful because the man can't handle the truth. So they hide their feelings. And I don't believe they should have to hide their feelings. I believe they should be able to talk to their man about the things that they want to do and experience. And if he's not man enough to understand that and accept it, then you got to realize that may not be the man for you, because if this is something that you want to do, and one of the things that do, it adds a lot of excitement to the relationship. That's one of the things it could do. It reignites that relationship also.
Okay.
See, and if you have a relationship that has been just boring, people are afraid to talk about that. Wonder, oh, why we're not doing it as much as we used to. Instead of being honest with each other. You know, you'll see a lot of men sneaking watching porn. And women still are not catching on to it. And it's vice versa again. I know, and the stat shows that women watch it a lot more than men now, but they're a little more sneakier. And that should tell men something. That should tell them that women have fantasies just like men. And we're seeing a lot of women that likes women, which is okay. But men find something wrong with it, and therefore they don't even approach those women. And that's what they're saying. They're saying they're in the clubs with their girlfriends looking good, and men automatically assume that they are together and don't approach them, thinking, oh, that's her girlfriend. And when both of the women, they say, are liking the same guy, and he can't even see it, Nino.
Okay, that's facts too. Oh, that's great facts. But I will say again, we can go through this, we can have this going on, but I guarantee you, if that happens, and then another patriot started favoring that one woman, that other woman gonna start to get in her feelings too. Because you're right. I can't say that I won't get into it good, even though I'm against it. And maybe I might start liking my partner's friend, because she does things. She has a little sexual fantasy. She has little sexual tricks that are more better than my actual girl. So I just believe a woman saying that it can be all right and her temperature is gonna be cool and everything like that. That's what she's saying. Because when you get in feelings and that, you can't just control that. You don't really know. You can only assume that.
So what do you say then? If your woman bring this up to you and say she want to do this, I've been thinking about this a lot, and this is something that really turned me on, and I want to do this. What do you say? How do you tell her, no, I'm not finna do this, and then live with it, knowing that this is something that she want to do, that she have been wanting to be with a woman?
Well, I guess it would kind of fall into David, one of the quirks against it. For that one time, even though I'm not with it, I'll probably let her do it, or we'll probably do it, and then I will fall back. But it only will be that one time, because like I say, I want my woman for me. I don't have to be having a multitude of women. I mean, I know you got to do things to spice up the relationship, and that's all cool and everything, but I don't have to do, it's just like, I basically see it like this. Go out, we bring a woman home, threesome, we do it that one night and that's it. Because I just really believe it's gonna be more problematic if feelings get into it, and you, man, woman, whoever, can't just say they gonna control their feelings, because once the lever has been pushed and pulled, you don't know what's gonna happen.
So you would let it go on one time if she said she wanted to have a fantasy of having another person in a relationship?
That's gonna fall into that category where I let it go one time, even though I didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it after that.
So
that's it after that.
So you're gonna compromise and say that you'll do it only one time, and you're against multiple partners in a relationship.
Yes, only one time. That one time.
You let her have her way.
That one time I'm gonna give her away, and that's it.
No matter what she want to do,
No,
you're gonna
no
give her
matter
her
what,
way.
that's it.
No matter what she want to do, she want to have an extra partner in the relationship, you're gonna give her way one time.
Only one time. Only one time, because that falls into the category of, a lot of partners have did that,
Mm-hmm.
and they have, and when you do that, I could end up suffering. But I'm gonna give her that at one time, and then that's it. And I mean it. I'm gonna cut it out. I'm like, that's it.
But
you want to leave me or whatever? There's the door.
There you have it. Nino said he's gonna one time.
One time.
Let her have her way.
One time only.
Bring another person in a relationship, right?
Only a woman.
Now, that's what I was waiting to hear.
Only a woman.
Now, so
Only
now
a
we gotta
woman.
be a hypocrite now.
Only a woman.
Wait a minute, let's talk about this
Let's
now.
talk about it.
Because the other women now, is women out there that's saying, okay, I would let that happen. Let's have another woman, but I want to be with you and another man. Huh? What do you think about that?
No, that ain't happening.
Huh?
Well,
that's the flip side of polygamy. You can have a woman sharing two husbands.
No, that's not happening.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but like I say, it's gonna be my way. It's gonna be my. I'm letting you have one night you want.
That's the night she
against
want.
my better judgment.
But that's the night she want.
I'm going against my better judgment.
She want two men.
Because I'm trying.
She want two men.
No, that's not happening.
That's
not happening.
See, that's the thing.
Because I know because now if that's two men, I'm really gonna be like.
Well, now you was one of the men.
Huh?
She's bringing in another guy.
Yeah, I know what I mean. No, I know. I just mean another man.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to say is, Dave, no, that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
That is not happening.
No, but she can bring another woman.
Oh yeah, she
now.
can bring another woman.
Oh,
yes, sir. She can bring another woman.
okay.
She can bring another because I compromised for you. Because I told you from the get-go, I wasn't with it from day one.
Okay. All right. Okay, what if she said this then? Then she said, okay, I love you, but I want to be with somebody else. Not with you at the same time, but she want to have somebody else. She's like swingers. She want to have somebody else, and then she be honest with you and say she love you, but it's not exciting no more. Now, what do you say then? This is what they saying, that we always talk one-sided on here about the men's side. And they say, okay, women, it's easy for a man to say, yeah, two women, okay, I'll let that happen. Yeah, because that's benefiting the man, they say. But they don't know, they say David and Nino don't never bring up the woman's side. What if a woman wanna have two men and you love me? And then what do you say? Are you gonna be a hypocrite? Are you gonna be honest? Let's be honest. If you love me, why I can't have my fantasy? This is what they saying their fantasy is. Their fantasy is not your fantasy. So now, do you really love your woman? Would you let her indulge that? Because that is a part of swinging and polygamy. There's the flip side. The women say we are always one-sided here.
No, because I still stand 10 toes down. You wanted to do this with a woman from the start. I never wanted to do this. This is not my big old gumbo. I don't want to do that. You're enough for me. So no, you're not having two men. You're not having two men. The two women is because, like I say, I'm letting you cater to what you want, but you're not having two men. I done seen too much of that. I know what's coming up. I know what the follow-up gonna be on that. I know what the follow-up gonna be. That's telling me then so many words. Then I'm not doing nothing right. It's a problem with old Nino. So no, you're not gonna have, because if we gonna get to that, then we might as well go see a marriage counselor. We having problems. We having problems. But no. Only way it's gonna happen, and women, everybody out there, you can say what you want to. It's gonna be the two women. It's not gonna be my woman and two men, another man than me. No way. No.
Well, the statistics show that there is always the majority of times, two men. Because when a woman's cheating on one man, that means she cheating with another man, most likely.
Yeah.
So it's happening anyway. It's happening anyway. And it's happening because they can't be honest with their man. You see, this would stop the cheating if we be honest with each other. If you think about it, see, we can't just be one-sided on this thing. That's why you'll see people in agreement with polygamy, being with multiple partners, because that stops the cheating. We don't have to lie anymore. We can be open and honest now. Both parties are being dishonest to each other, and both parties are cheating, either with the same partner or the opposite partner. Or the opposite sex, you see. It's happening already.
Okay, David, so what does that going to bring? Either that's going to bring possibly depression, that's going to bring unhappiness, loneliness.
You sure?
Yes, because
the truth says
well,
makes
I'm
you
saying
free
the
now.
truth part. The truth says free, but I'm saying if the act commence to keep going, if we indulge in the act, yes, it's going to bring, because especially if you got one side that's not really with it anyway, but it's doing, yes, it's going to bring, because it's all I'm saying is
no compromise there. If one side just ain't with it, there's no compromise. How can we evolve and explore new things if we're not willing to compromise on something? Why should I have to suppress the things that I like? What that means I can't talk to you. Then you'll say we have no communications.
Well, then why you want to marry me then? If that's the part, why you want to marry me then? You don't know if you want to get married. You don't know if you want to get married. You still out there want to saw your raw notes. You don't know if you want to get married. You don't know what you want. So no, and we know, I'm talking about, if we talking about man and wife building a future together and everything like that, no, because if you still got to go out and do all these little things, or you still like, well, I haven't reached my sexual peak, or it's something I need to see, or Nino, just like you said, you're not fulfilling me. Well, then I understand that, but I'm out of here.
So there is no accepting a person for who they are with Nino. With no, in your opinion here, because that's why we have secrets, because we can't handle the secrets. We can't handle that. We can't tell these people. We can't confide what truly means something to me because I know how he's gonna react or how she's gonna react. So we sit up and lie and cheat. We cheat. The woman already she's gonna have the man and another man because this is her desire, but she can't talk to her man about it because he can't handle the truth or he not willing to confront it. He see it, but he's too afraid to talk about it, or she's too afraid to talk about it. That's what the women are saying. That's why they saying men get very emotional when this happens, because another woman is so much of a threat to them. So much of a threat to them that they look at the other woman as the enemy and can't even show her no compassion or love because of all of these scenarios. Oh, somebody gonna catch feelings or something else is gonna happen. We sit down and talk to our partners, but do we talk to them? Do we talk to them?
Okay, David, I got a question for you. To start doing swinging at the fullest, would you agree or disagree? You have to keep it secret.
But well, secret from the rest of your friends?
Well, this say secret, like, I'm not saying secret, but I mean this say like, cause remember, you got a job, you got things, you got personal bills, you might be in church or whatever, things like that. I'm just saying, swinging to the fullest, would you believe, agree or disagree, you have to keep it secret?
No. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the community of people that you're dealing with in this swinging, it is a secretive community. Because only 15% of the people are involved in swinging.
Yeah, I was going to say 5 to 15. Right. You right there. Right. That's why I asked it. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
But we've always said this, and this is one of the sayings. What goes on in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have people that are bored, frustrated, because of one thing or another. They work, they don't have enough time to each other. They watching TV like everybody else and they seeing things that they like. And then when they want to talk about the things that they keep in their head, they are demonized. It's hard for a woman that has been with men her whole life to say to her partner, well, she's cute. I'd like to be with her, without him hitting the roof. And it's vice versa. But yet, when you ain't around, they looking at that other person and they making moves on them and everything. So what's the deal with doing it in secret? Why not be truthful about your desires?
Well, that's true. And another reason, David, why I'm counting, because I have another partner that him and his wife indulged in it, and she became pregnant. Not by him, by the other partner.
I have a question to ask then, did they truly indulge in it? Because and that's one of the things about it, if you're honest with each other, there's no slip-ups like that, unless you want it to be. So therefore, they truly wasn't doing, they were sneaking again. Because if all three are in agreement, and they had an agreement of she don't want to get pregnant, then that shouldn't have never happened. So everybody wasn't on the same accord. And that's where that went wrong at. And where it works is that you bring the other person that you desire into the relationship, and you show them equal time. You don't show one more time than the other, and that's where the mistakes come in. There's nothing wrong with desiring two people at one time, and I'm speaking for the man desiring two women. Okay, and that's why the caller, and she's one of our loyal callers, and she
Absolutely.
and she said that, you know, she has so many girlfriends, and a lot of girlfriends have girlfriends, but they like men also, and I love the fact of that, and I like the fact that, yes, I believe it's a great thing for a man to have two women. There's a lot of advantages to it, which we can see, but besides the gratifications that one would assume, it's more than physical stuff. The mental would be great when you have two opinions, and you know it's going to be always something to talk about. There's going to be always someone to lean on. You have a great support group, so then there's no need to cheat. You have both partners, and we know everything. You know, we can be open about anything and everything. And that's what makes that type of relationship work. And if you look back in history, before it was outlawed and called bigamy and these types of things, back in the day, way back in the day, there was a lot of important people married to more than one woman. And I don't want to go through all of those people in the biblical history, but very renowned people. And they was that for a reason. And that was a reason. Nino?
Dave, I've seen the instance where two women, a man, the man agreed. The other woman moved in with the woman and the man. Okay? Everything was going peachy keen cool. Everything was nice. Leveling off. Everybody was happy. Bringing in income together. Cool. All of a sudden, something happened with some bank account or something. One of them, the money got some money out the bank. One was planning a vacation. The man was planning a vacation with the one woman. The other woman was in the dark. All hell broke out.
Well, again, we could come up with a million nightmare scenarios that could go wrong, even in a regular relationship. But in an open relationship like that, and they call them open for a reason. There's nothing to hide here.
Nothing to hide.
So, if you brought in a career thief in your relationship, you knew she was a thief from the start. Now, a lot of people hide their true intentions.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
But that is not what we're talking about
that's
here.
not what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about the insecurity of men when it comes to a woman saying that they like another woman and they like a man. And the first thing the man gonna think is that this woman is gonna show too much attention to her, I'm too jealous to look at my woman with another woman. And so she better not bring that up, because if she do, I'm gonna tell her, forget about that, I'm against that. And now the problem starts. The problem starts because you didn't catch what she just said. She was basically saying she was gonna do this. She was asking to see was it okay. And she might have been doing it already, and you didn't catch that. You didn't catch that. That's why the caller said men are afraid of the truth. We be talking from it one-sided, but if a woman told a man the truth, he couldn't handle it. And so far, she may be right, Nino. She may be right, because from all indications is that this woman that I love so much, she better not have a desire for another woman or another man. She better not have them fantasies. I'm the only one that can have them fantasies. That's why men sneak out and do the things they do and come back home smiling and be happy. And so they having their little polygamy relationship without actually technically calling it that.
Okay, so if two men had this one woman, and I'm gonna go back to them, I'm gonna pivot and say what I just said a little earlier, and they stayed together a little bit, you don't think it would be no problem? Because remember, first we said it was two women and a man. But I'm gonna pivot. If it's two men and a woman, so you don't think it would be no problem?
No. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if a man is confident in himself, then it wouldn't bother him. It might would turn him on to see his woman with another man. You see, men are not afraid, men too afraid to open their mind to something like that. If this is what she desires and she want to be with another man, evidently she's might have been with him anyway, another man anyway. But to bring this out in the open and say, hey, look, baby, you know, I like such and such, you know, I love you, you know.
David, you telling me if, like I say, if they stay together, they were staying together a little bit, this one man, and this is basically the first man girl, okay, now the other man that moved in, say the one guy's coming home from work, and the other guy's in there with his girl, and they kikiing and having a time and doing all and doing everything nice, and they just having a ball and just having fun. And first thing he walk in there and says, what's going on? What y'all laughing at? What's going on?
No.
And everybody get quiet.
Now, he come in from a hard day of work, he might say like, shit, I'm glad I don't have to do it to you tonight, baby. Shit, I'm tired, man. Good job. Shit, hey, baby, you got me something to eat at least. See, here's the thing, man. It cuts both ways on this thing. And it's something that was agreed upon in the beginning. It's not, you done brought in a cheating relationship guy. We agreed upon this, and you man enough to say, okay, this could happen. If I'm gone there together, this could happen. This can't bother you if this is what we agreed on. If this is what we agreed on.
Is this what we agreed on?
Yeah.
But you know that agreement can turn into trifling too.
Well, again, if you're open-minded, and that's something that might turn you on, it's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. That's why a woman can't be afraid to tell a man that. Come to your man and say, look, baby, I love you, but I want to be with another man. And then, you know, if the man love you, like, let's talk about this. Let's, you know, tell me about how we going to do this. Whoop-de-whoop. However, instead of, oh, no, don't become telling me what's really on your mind. How dare you tell me you think of stuff like I do. See, there's not much difference between a man and a woman, except for the obvious difference we all know. But we're talking about the thought process, the desires that both sexes have.
Right.
So now, yeah, if I'm willing to say, baby, okay, let's bring two women in, then you got to be willing to turn around and say, if she's willing to want another man, and say, okay, cool. You can't just say this one-sided. There's no way you can do that, Nino, and not be a hypocrite here and not say you love your woman. I don't understand that at all in the men, and I can understand why the girls out of the ATL is talking like this now.
Well, I'm saying it because she asked it. I didn't want none of it. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing her still a favor. I'm doing her a favor because she is beating me up, wearing my brain out. Baby, this is what I want. Baby, this is what I want. If you love me, you will reconsider. You would do this. You would come down off being this way up here. You will attempt to see what my feelings are about.
Well, they saying you told me all of that in the beginning. I'm open-minded. You open-minded until it's put to the test, see? Don't say you one way, and then all of a sudden we get together, you done changed on me. You done become possessive, jealous, all of this type of stuff. And now, let me modify one thing. This whole conversation is in regard to most of the people who are unmarried here.
Right.
Now,
Right.
The situation takes on a different note if you are married. But these ladies are not married, and we're talking about being with multiple partners while you're not married. And we're not going to talk about, you know, you should be married anyway. But that's what we're talking about. So, now, that's why I can't understand this, Nino. At this point, you're not approving your woman to see if you want to marry her, if you are telling her, you better not tell me the things that truly mean something to you. You keep that to yourself. And if you gonna do it, you better sneak around and do it. Cause I better not hear her tell it, or I'm out of here. So what you think she gonna do once you make that statement? What you think she gonna say? Oh, let me turn off my hormones.
David, from the get-go, I said I wasn't with it at all. But I been for you, baby. I been for you. I softened for you. Only one time. Only one time. Only one time. Because I'm not with it at all.
So you doing her a favor here. By her telling you the truth, you're gonna do her a favor.
I appreciate her telling me the truth, but I done told her the truth. I'm not with it. I
Okay.
done told her the truth. Just like she done told me, baby, this is my fantasy, this is my desires, this is what I want. I would like to tempt to this, I would like to get off in this, I would like to go to a swing club, such and such, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's cool. But I also done told you, I'm not with that.
Where's the compromise? Where's the compromise in this? This is what they saying. This is what the girl's saying. Okay, you're not with it, but you don't mind looking at me and my girlfriends walking around here and all of that, and you love, to go talk to one of them behind my back. You see, most of the men, when they see a good-looking woman and she got a girlfriend that's good-looking too, and if that girlfriend show him that she want to mess with him, how many times have we heard of that a man is messing with another girl's friend? And for whatever reason, she winked at me, she did this, but for whatever reason, whoever want to blame who, they're in there and they doing it together. And he's still lying to the one girl.
Man go hunt, he gonna flirt, just like a woman flirt.
Well, but that ain't what we talking about.
We
talking about, let's bring it out open and be truthful about it. Why we want to hide and lie and have it one-sided? The women say men, and they write about it. They write on this situation because I can see what they saying. It seems like we always dumping on the women and not looking at their side of this. And it's because of, you cannot be a chauvinist here on this. You got to be open-minded and look at both sides.
I love my girl. That's why I want my girl for me. I don't need my girl out frolicking and doing all that and gotta go. Look, baby, I love you. If I can't do it in the bedroom, because I'm doing it other ways, I'm taking care of you. I'm paying the bills, etc. So if I can't do it that way, then maybe I'm not the man for you.
Wait a minute. Nino, men and women are totally different. So when you say, if I ain't doing it in the bedroom, a man ain't doing the same thing that a woman is doing to her in the bedroom. That's why there is no argument or no competition. If a man was smart enough, he would accept that and understand that woman knows she can't do what a man do in the bedroom. But that ain't what your woman want that woman for. You see, a lot of women like the compassion, the tenderness, and a lot of that they won't get from a man because a men are men. A lot of things we just don't know to do that a woman will do. They have those emotional feelings and they got stuff that they can talk about, that we ain't going to talk about, we don't even care about.
David, you think you can cut that switch on and off, but it's easier said than done. You think as a woman, I can just do this one time and I won't get caught up and such things won't happen like this and I end up getting with this guy and now I don't want my husband no more or my fiance or whatever we supposed to be. That switch can cut off. You think you can cut that switch off? That's easier said than done.
Men are really ridiculous. I see it now. Men are so afraid of another woman with their woman. They fear that. They fear the same sex. They not enough confidence. They don't have the confidence in themselves to know you can't replace a man. And I'm not competing with this woman to be a woman to my woman. My woman have a desire for this too. But they can't change what I am. You see. Once you the alpha, the number one, then you don't have you have confidence in yourself. There's no doubt. You see, and that's what this is all about. You doubt yourself.
No, I don't doubt
no,
myself.
I'm not saying you.
No,
I'm saying
Yeah.
the majority of men that can't deal with the woman that has desires for another woman and a desire for a man also. The men's fear that other woman is gonna have so much power over her, and this and that gonna happen, and that they won't even let it happen because they done gave themselves so many scenarios where it's the doomsday scenario. It's never gonna work. So therefore, the cheating is going on, and the man don't know why, and they gonna make the statement, I know I'm handling it in the bedroom. I don't know why she meant, and never thought to think that she's getting something different from the woman. And that's what I believe is important here, Nino. We missing this point, and we gotta let the men know about this. See, and the women. I believe this. If we were to talk about it, that percentage would be higher than 15% if everybody was out in the open. It almost needs to be a statistic that says how many people cheat and would be honest about it. And that would put them in the category of swingers and polygamists.
So you saying, in so many words, the woman is more a threat, swinging or polygamy, than the man?
Yes. Because with the man, you know, hey, wait a minute now. Why you messing with him? I know I'm handling my business.
Well,
Damn, what is this now? It's something else now. You know, that's a real blow to your ego then, that this man is doing, you know. But it may be a blow to the ego, but if that's something that she come to you and say, after y'all been together a while, and you yourself should know if the spice is not there, the excitement is not there. Don't be no fool while you being intimate and not gauging the feelings of your partner, the pulse of her, seeing how she's responding to you. That's no good. If you oblivious to that, then of course this is gonna happen. Cause it's easy to tell if your woman or your man is not into you anymore, especially during sex.
Right.
It's automatic. So those warning signs you should pick up on. But if a person is afraid to be honest with you because you can't handle the truth, then your relationship is doomed. It's doomed from the start. If I have to suppress desires that I have, because there's a lot of men out there that will say, hey, I wouldn't mind my wife, my woman, having another man. And then there'll be, women out there saying, you know what, I'd like to see him with another woman.
I believe that.
See, it cuts both ways.
I believe on both ends. I believe that.
Cuts on both ways.
I believe that.
Now, why not, if the relationship is stuck in neutral, ain't going nowhere, and we having the same old sex, nothing exciting. And the minute she bring up, I'd like to be with my girlfriend over there. She sure is cute. We get so insecure, not knowing that woman is totally the opposite of what I am. And hey, it's nothing wrong with her having those type of desires. That don't make me less than a man. No. What a man should say then, yes, and bring her to me also. But we won't do that. We're gonna start the competition thing. That she's after my woman instead of sharing. What's wrong with sharing, Nino?
I don't mind sharing, but as I still believe there's gonna be trouble, because we went into this, we just gonna try this one time. All of a sudden now, it went off then, hey baby, another month ago, 6 weeks, hey, let's try that again. Then another few more weeks, let's try it again. See, it started off as something we were going to experiment with. Now it has become an obsession. That's what I'm saying.
Well, the key to the whole thing, and I think this is what we're missing here, is that the person that you end up with is someone you both like and agreed upon, and it becomes a family relationship. It becomes two wives. It's not no competition. It's not like, I like her more than I like her. It's none of that. once everything is on the table in this type of relationship, there is no hiding anything. There's no secrets. There's no catching feelings for the other one because we're all three married. And that's what I believe the man is missing. He can't get past his own rage and jealousy and his insecurities to see that.
But Dave, what you not seeing, most of the time women are more competitive against each other, whereas a sexual fantasy they want to have or whatever, than even men. I'm still just saying, I understand what you coming, how you coming, but that's easier said than done because women are so competitive against each other. Damn. She rocking his boat more than I'm rocking his boat.
Again, we are all a family and married. There's no jealousy. There's no envy. There's no nothing. There's no nothing there. It is three people that love each other and care about each other. And I don't see how there would be any problem there. If you're into her more one night or whatever, how would that affect you? How would that should make you mad if we all together? You may not really be into that night.
No, it wouldn't affect me. I'm talking about the backlash of what the women gonna come with. Cause now I'm getting crazy texts. Oh, well, I'm at work. Well, last night I seen you was doing such and such a thing. You was, how can I say, fulfilling her or satisfying her more in the way that you were satisfying me, and she is loving it. I'm hearing her moaning and doing all this. I'm not saying me, but I know how competitive women are.
Sorry, I don't
That will tell you. What that is the jealousy I see again. Now, all of a sudden, we getting jealous of, oh, she touching on something about she's moaning, she making noise that she ain't made with me before. There's the jealousy again. Instead of enjoying it, being turned on by it, because that would really turn me on to see that she's really into that. And we all together, you see. That is something that is part of that relationship and the openness of the relationship where there is no secrets. There's no secrets here. There's no secrets. The passion is burning for all three people. And I don't understand why you can't see that. And that's the key point here. You got to understand that this cuts both ways. Both ways. You can't be call yourself enjoying it and jealous because one person is enjoying it more than the other. You can't do anything about that because that's going to happen. And if you're going to be open about this, you can't let that bother you because we agreed on this. And we all love each other. We like each other. This is a together thing. So that eliminates the jealousy. That eliminates the talk. Oh, I seen them out. Let me go tell the other one. Why? He was out with his wife. This is his other wife. So where's the jealousy? Where you gotta hide? You don't have to hide because everybody knows, Nino.
That's facts. But they have friends. See, I'm not saying I'm jealous about it. It's these women. Women have friends. And friends don't do nothing but gossip. And gossip don't lead nothing to drama. So I'm not jealous about it because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Two beautiful women, even though I'm not with it, I would love it. But again, it comes with the problem gonna be because one woman one day gonna be feeling a type of way because it's a certain treatment toward another woman or perceives a certain treatment towards another woman.
So in other words, again, let's go back to this again. Then you have to suppress your feelings, hide your desires, and not be truthful with your partner. If them are the desires you have, you gotta hide it. And which a woman shouldn't have to hide that. A woman shouldn't have to hide it because in this day, most women, a lot of women are attracted to women. We see this all over.
Facts.
We see this.
Facts.
And then when it happens right under our nose, we are outraged. We're outraged. We like, oh, this couldn't happen to me. What is wrong with you? Now, is that right or wrong? No. We got to look at it and say, if this is something that you want to do and it's important to you. And if you love your person, you love your partner, and you don't want to lose them. You don't want to lose them over this.
I have also seen, I'm going to bring up another point. Same deal. A man, 2 women, they tried it, went on about 6 weeks. The finality is the 2 women fell in love with each other, moved out. We don't even want the man no more.
Again, we can go with any type of nightmare scenario on this thing. You can't go on what ifs on this. You can't. You can't live your life on what ifs. And that's what we got to get out of. We got to stop hiding. We got to stop hiding. It's things that's too true to talk about, that's too difficult to talk about for whatever reason. And all of that it breeds relationships that won't last. It breeds a bunch of dishonesty in relationships because the communication is not there. And we love to talk about, oh, I'm open to communication. We got to keep the communication open. Baby, that's really important in a relationship. Yeah, it's important when we talking about financial stuff and going out to eat and all that. But when I tell you, baby, I've been having this fantasy for a long time. And now all of a sudden, a man has gotten so insecure. How dare you think about any other person other than me? If I wouldn't have married you if you wanted to do this. I wouldn't have been with you if you like this here. How dare you tell me that you like that cute girl over there that I like? How dare you say that when I've been sneaking around trying to get at her? You see, we're going to be the biggest hypocrite in the business when it comes to us getting our way with what we want. Instead of telling your woman, look at her, baby. You see her over there? She cute. What you think about her? You know, we should all come over. Let's go talk to her. Let's see if we can have a relationship together. You know, let's get to know her. Let's get to know her. See, that's how this relationship thing goes when you're dealing in polygamy. You're going to get somebody that you both like, that you both could really care about, and going to get to know her, get to approve her really good. And then the relationship evolves. Sometimes all 3 people stays together. They stay together. They stay together.
That was going to be my next question. Okay, what do you think, how long do you think, well, I guess you can't really gauge to that. You can't really gauge it, but I was going to ask you, how long do you think polygamy, they stay together, they all get 3 together, how long do you think that lasts in a relationship? Whether I'm talking about months, years, or whatever.
Forever. It would last forever because it used to last forever, okay? We saw the blueprint in biblical days, but we're not going there. When you have people that works together, the 2 women, think about it. How women get so much done. You know, women are so amazing how they can get things done together when they work. Girl power is awesome, okay? And just imagine you have 2 working together.
Yeah,
2 working together.
Thing, 'cause I know the house would be nice and everything else. Yeah, I understand that. That would be a beautiful thing.
Yes.
That'd be bills probably be paid and everything. I mean, on that point, I see what you're saying on that point.
What's more beautiful than 2 beautiful women together? And don't get me wrong, all women are beautiful. And that's why I'm saying, ladies, when I say beautiful, I mean them all. I'm not putting none in a category or this type or that type. I'm talking about women, period. And how beautiful would that be if those 2 beautiful women had one man that both women catered to, that both women love? Why should a man be with just one woman when more than one woman want to be with that very same man? That is the question, Nino.
At the same time. That's what you saying.
Yes, because you have that. You'll meet some girls in a group, and you have 2 girls in that group that want to talk to you. And then one of them will talk to you first. She's like, I wish I had to talk to him first. When they both should have talked to you. They both should have. You see. Why should you be exclusive to just one woman when 2 women like you? And you a good enough man to treat both women good. See, you have good men out there that end up with the wrong woman and treat her like a queen and get treated terrible. When there's more than one woman out there that would love to treat that one man like a queen. like a king.
Like a king.
Like a king. And two women would love to cater to that one man and treat him like a king, especially if that one man gonna take care of him like a man, real man do. And that's the truth. And that's why men have to be more open to this. And I can see why they bring it up. Because when we bring it up, we see how sensitive men get on, well, what ifs, what if this, what if that. Well, if we live by what if, we do nothing in life. That's why I'm saying we gotta almost kind of reconsider it, Nino.
But isn't what if instances that they have seen the men they self? That's why they are saying what if. That's why they saying, because they have seen things that happen, and so that's why they come with, well, or that's why they are kind of like, well, I'm a little bit, I don't know about that, you know, because it's instances that have happened to make them like that. If it wasn't situations, it's situations that I done seen. That's why I'm like this. If it was this smooth, I'd be fun. But great as it sounds, tasty as it is, it can be problematic. It can be problematic. If you want to take it, okay, I'll put it like this. It can be problematic if you want to take it and make it a little longevity with it. Now, possibly just a one-night fling or one time, that's cool. But if you want to take it and this, okay, well then we're going to just have layers of it and then go with it for a minute, it can be problematic.
I can understand that. But I want everybody to look up this poem called If by Rudyard Kipling. And it's a poem we had to learn in school. And it's called If. Now, and it tells you about using that word if. And notice, Nino used if about 6 times just then. And you could use if the other way. What if they lived happily ever after?
That's facts.
What if it worked out perfectly? What if they worked together as a unit, like we see a lot of that happening?
Yeah.
But what do we see happening? We see it happening behind one another's back. And then when it brought out or caught, all hell breaks loose. One partner is so outraged, no telling what may happen. When in the very beginning had one person had been truthful here and told them their desires about this whole thing, that would have stopped a lot of that, Nino.
Dave, I believe they are that. I believe they true. I understand still. Emotions, feelings, you know, press it this things can, what they say, press can bust a pipe. You can be as forward, as truthful, as honest. But you can get caught up and all that can be thrown out the window. I believe they be, yeah, I believe, I'm talking even the women. I believe it. And honestly, I see what the women are talking about. Because I'm one of the men they talking about. I see what they talking about. But it's a reason. It's a reason behind that, ladies. It's just a reason behind that. It's a reason behind that.
So your love come with conditions here. You say men's love come with conditions.
No. Well, I'm just saying, from what I've seen, it's just that I would rather fling it out one time, even if I would do that. And I'm just going to do that because you asked me. But for longevity, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Okay, would you stand on the fact that you wouldn't cheat on your woman then?
Well,
now let's be straight here. Now, and I'm just saying, we're speaking for all men.
No, that's a great one now. That's why I'm like, you got me there now. Well, wait a minute. Cheat on my woman or cheat on my wife?
No, we dealing with your significant other, your partner, whoever. Because, you know, the way we look at it now, if I slept with you, I'm married to you, whatever. So go on.
Right.
Whoever you with.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. That's just.
Mm-hmm. So why did you cheat? Why did you cheat? That meant you cheated because you wanted somebody else for whatever reason.
Right.
She was built a little different, but I love you anyway. You know, y'all contrast so much, but I like her and I like you. Why we can't do that in the beginning? Well, that's the whole point here. We talking about.
Oh, okay. So I see what you said. Hey, I cheated because she was a little bit. I like that perfume she had on or something, and that comment. But baby, I still love you. Gonna come back to you.
Yeah. Why not in the beginning? Let her know. Hey, look, damn, I like you, baby. Damn, I like other women too. We need to bring somebody else in, cause that would. You letting her know right then you're gonna cheat on her, or she's letting you know right then she's gonna cheat on you. If that conversation come out, because she's saying it because she want to do it. She want to do it, and by saying it, she may have already done it, but she's seeing how you think about it, and that's why she's asking you. And by your reaction, it will tell her everything. It'll tell her is she gonna have to cheat and keep it from you, or can she now talk to you? Are you that open-minded man that you said you was when we met, when you was trying to get her, when she was telling you this? When you seen it, she may have those tendencies, but you didn't want to, believe her. See, again, everybody, I can see what my girls in Atlanta talking about now. Because when it's to benefit us, it's easy for us to say. But if you turn it around and say a woman have these desires, now you are stigmatized and you become the bad person here. You are not supposed to have those desires for another woman or for another man. So just go ahead and cheat and do it, and I better not find out about it. Is that how we're going to deal with this, Nino? And let our callers know, you know what? You better not tell him you want to go to a swingers club. You better not tell him you interested in another woman, because he's going to hit the roof. So you better just do it in secret. Is that how we're going to end it here?
That's how we're going to end it.
Well, ladies, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to end it. The best way to do this is honesty. If you have those desires, you tell your man about it. And if he's real, he would understand those desires, and he would love you and indulge them right along with you. Because if you are his everything, he wants you to be happy. He's going to want you not to keep things from him. And that way, there would never be no cheating in the relationship. There would never be no reason for you to have to ever keep anything from him. And that's the thing I believe we are missing, is that when this happens, it makes your relationship stronger, not weaker. And men, we have to be a man about it and let our woman know, baby, you can tell me anything. I'm going to still love you. This is David.
This is Nino.
Tune in again to another episode of Anything Goes TV 817.